The sequence, the moon sequence, is traditionally done in Dru yoga from a kneeling position, like so. But if that's not comfortable for your knees, then do use some padding. You may want to sit with a cushion between the heels and the bum to make it more comfortable. You may want to have a blanket underneath the knees. I need a blanket underneath my knobbly knees to give them a little bit of padding. Or you may want to sit cross-legged or on a chair even for this sequence, the first part. So finding a position that's comfortable for you. And we sit in a comfortable sitting position, again with the hands in prayer position at the heart. So visualizing in front of you the beautiful full moon and those qualities of the moon, maybe shining down onto a still lake, glistening on the water, cooling, calming, stillness. And then with that vision of the full moon in front, raising up onto the knees, taking the right foot forwards into a runner position, so a gentle runner. And we move the hands. If you're sitting, simply copy the hand movements. So the fingers point forwards, then we extend the hands in front, opening the hands like a crescent moon to the sides. Turn the fingers up towards the sky. I'm going to come at an angle so you can see. And then lift the hands up, palms together above the head, and then draw the hands down in front, another crescent, and then back to the heart. Lovely. So we do that now with the breath. So breathing in as you turn the fingers. Breathe out, extending in front. Breathe in, opening the heart and chest. Breathe out, fingers point to the sky. Breathe in, lifting the hands. Breathe out, hands to shoulder height. And breathe in, back to the heart. Lovely. And again, on your next in-breath, turning the fingers. Breathe out, extend in front. Breathe in, opening the chest. Breathe out, fingers point up. Relax the breathing here as we form that crescent of the moon, that feeling of fullness, completeness. And then taking the left hand, place it next to the right toes. If that's uncomfortable, simply place the left forearm on the right thigh. So whichever movement is comfortable, and then turning the head to look towards the right palm. Visualizing there the beautiful cooling light of the moon as it soothes and nourishes the whole of the spine. On your next in-breath, lifting the hands back to shoulder height. Breathe out as the palms come together. Breathe in, hands come forwards. And breathe out, hands back to the heart, and bring the right knee back if you're kneeling. Beautiful. So we repeat with the opposite leg. So coming up to kneeling, taking the left knee forwards. Beautiful. The movements of the hands, breathing in, fingers point forwards. Breathing out, extending. Breathing in, opening the chest. Breathing out, fingers point to the sky. Breathe in, hands come together. Breathing out, hands move forwards. Breathe in, back to the heart. Rest in here. On your next in-breath, turning the fingers forwards. Breathing out, extending. Breathe in, opening the arms. Breathe out, fingers point up. Relax the breath here. Visualizing a beautiful moon. It's like a big smile between your arms, contentment, fullness. And then taking the right hand down to the right foot or the right forearm onto the right thigh, we make another crescent as we turn to look towards the left palm. Again, visualizing the cooling full moon, pouring its light of grace, soothing, calming the mind. On your next in-breath, lifting the hands back to that crescent shape. Breathing out, palms above the head. Breathe in, extending the hands, and then breathing out, palms to the heart, coming back to kneeling. And breathe easy here for a moment. Releasing the hands. So the next part of the sequence is based on the floor. So if you are sitting on a chair or sitting cross-legged, I invite you to come into a cat position with the knees underneath the hips and the hands underneath the shoulders. We're not going to stay here for very long because we're coming into a plank. So it's a very short plank, don't worry. Just to offer a little bit of a challenge and a little bit of warmth to those adrenal glands. So the traditional plank, we come onto the toes and straighten the legs. If that's not comfortable, then simply bring the knees down to the mat and enjoy a variation with the knees in contact with the mat. Breathe in freely here, enjoying the strength in the legs and the arms, and then lowering the knees, lowering the body down towards the mat, ready for the Sphinx Pose. So if you're comfortable to bring the tummy down to the mat, then allow the head to rest on the mat for a moment. If you've had any recent abdominal surgery, or if you're pregnant, then simply rest in a supported child pose or frog pose with the knees wide to allow the abdomen to release, and enjoy that resting pose. The rest of you, if you're lying down on your front, I invite you to bring your forehead onto the mat and your hands on either side of your head with the thumbs level with your eyes. Fingers nice and wide, like the claws of a cat. And relax the buttocks. Okay, on an out breath, engage the pelvic floor. And then as you breathe in, lifting the head as if you're rolling a marble away with your nose. Pressing down on the hands and bringing the forearms onto the mat. So the forearms are in contact with the mat. The elbows are underneath the shoulders. You might need to adjust them slightly. That's good, looking good. The legs are nice and relaxed, relaxing the buttocks. And from here, we Lengthen the spine as you breathe in and relax the legs as you breathe out. Really squeeze in those adrenal glands, relaxing the buttocks on the out breath, lifting and lengthening the spine on the in breath. Allow the eyes to close or soften the gaze as you take your awareness up to the point between the eyebrows. And visualizing above you a beautiful waterfall flowing down over the crown, down the spine, through the kidneys, into the earth beneath you. And this waterfall washing away any tensions, any stresses from the mind, from the spine, from the adrenals, and allowing those stresses, those thoughts to flow into the earth. And then when you're ready to come out of this pose, gently opening the eyes, pressing down on the hands as the elbows come out to the side, lowering yourself down, and this time coming into crocodile. So one forearm on top of the other, head resting either on the side or again on the forehead, and the feet a little bit wider than the width of your mat, allowing the heels to fall inwards and the toes to fall outwards. Rest there for a moment. I'm going to move so I can talk to you. Rest there in that beautiful crocodile pose. Allow the breath to be free and have an awareness of the beautiful supportive earth beneath you, connecting with your abdomen on each out breath, allowing the body to melt into the earth. The earth supporting you, secure, still. I am becoming calm. I accept all that is. I am grateful for everything in my life. I let go of everything that is troubling me. I am calm. Enjoying this recuperative pose for another minute, allowing the lower back to soften, beautiful warmth spreading over the whole of the lower back and the abdomen, soothed, nurtured by the still, quiet earth. Very gently now, becoming aware of your connection between the abdomen and the earth, and getting ready for a little bit of movement again, bringing the feet back to hip width, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders and pushing the bottom back towards the heels as you come into an extended child pose, head towards the earth, enjoying this gentle counter pose, lengthening the spine, breathing freely into the abdomen. And relaxing that pose for a moment by bringing one hand, one fist on top of the other, resting the forehead on stacked fists, or placing the arms on the ground and resting the forehead on the mat. Enjoying that gentle counter pose, rebalancing, nourishing the spine. Then bringing the hands towards the mat in front of the knees, very gently uncurling back up to sitting.